I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. There's two kinds of Barneys in the world. One is an obnoxious dinosaur nobody likes to listen to, and the other is purple. This is Barney's Great Adventure. Barney is one of the most fascinating children's icons who ever existed. Not because he had much lasting value for kids or adults, but because of the raw, undiluted hatred everybody had for him. Unless you were somewhere between the ages of 1 and 5, chances are you despise this early 90s educational phenomenon. Everywhere you looked, you either saw Barney or someone making fun of Barney. There was no one who saw him as just okay. You either liked him as a little kid or loathed him at every other age. It was kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this lumpy prune with mouthguard teeth too, but it wasn't until recently I started asking myself, why? I mean, it's for little kids. We don't find ourselves getting this upset at Sesame Street, Dora, Super Y, or Word Girl, but something about Barney just ignited a fire within most viewers who had little kids and were forced to watch it. Hell, even people without little kids found themselves repulsed by his ability to delight toddlers. Yeah, it is weird that we got so angry at this. What's the best way to figure out why he irked people so much? Well, clearly is to be irked for an hour and a half checking out his 1998 cinematic dino dropping. So let's really take a look at why this dead-eyed Mr. Eggplant Head really got under people's skin. Though I think it's safe to say we all have better things to do, let's willingly take a look at Barney's Great Adventure. I can't believe I actually said those words out loud. I am sorry to say I got the pan and scan version, as it's the only one I was able to find. This is especially tragic as we'll miss half the action during the chariot race. Not that you need widescreen to see the incredible visuals this movie starts off with.
It looks like everybody's here.
Oh man, this is gonna be so cool! Oh, I can't wait to eat popcorn.
Did Barney kidnap me and this is the point of view from my blindfold? Oh boy, we're gonna make so much money ransoming off your body parts. Let's count how many toes you have left. 1? That was fun! I'm not sure why it opened with that, seeing how it cuts to the credits pretty quick with a tonally bizarre lounge song playing us in.
Barney, the dinosaur comes knocking.
I keep expecting a half-drunk singer to be like, "Let me tell you why Barney will leave you after you fail the pregnancy test."
Are we there yet?
No, not yet, Marcella.
Oh, it's taking too long.
We'll get to the end credits soon.
What's your hurry? They're dumping us for a whole week.
Oh, come on, Cody. You're gonna have a great time.
No one there to understand.
Sheesh, are we in the cinematic universe of ordinary people? I thought we'd be singing about math by now.
Get the doll out of my face.
Talk to the hand, cause the face ain't home. Leave a message at home. Beep.
I too thought it was brave to make us hate these characters before we even learn their names.
That's Barney.
The whole world knows this Barney, and he's a stuffed doll.
Batteries not included.
I love the look the father gives as if to say, "My God, you laughed at that? I mean, I found it funny because I'm drunk. What's your excuse?" They see there's an Apple Festival after changing drivers off screen. But it doesn't look like they're gonna have time for it.
Don't count on it, okay? Oh, great. The one good thing to do in town, we'll probably miss it.
Nobody ever gets how awesome apples are. Remember when Slipknot wore apple masks? That was the shit. Their son Cody, though, doesn't seem to be getting into the farm spirit.
You don't need cable TV on a farm, Cody. Great scenery.
Cody is played by Trevor Morgan, who you might remember as the bully from The Sixth Sense and, no kidding, Jurassic Park 3. The one that actually had Barney the dinosaur in it.
This is T-Rex P. How'd you get it?
You don't want to know.
Ah, so that's the Barney Golden Shower song I've heard so much about. Cody takes the Barney doll away and runs around the house with it. Honestly, this is nicer than his usual prank of locking kids in rooms with dead people.
Oh, honey, can you hear me?
Who am I kidding? I'd rather be trapped in that room than one with Barney.
Cody, where is he?
Why don't you use your imagination?
I know I'm only 5 minutes in, but Cody's my favorite character. I totally wanted to be an insult comic at toddlers' birthday parties along with Linus from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Tell me you wouldn't pay money to see that!
Gee, no Barney.
You diss me, I kill you. All you've heard about hell is true. I mean, what else can you say but
It's so nice to have a shower after a long car trip.
So looking at this eyesores after all these years, it is hitting me with more clarity why it's so easy to dislike him. One of the biggest reasons? He's creepy looking! When you compare him to, say, Disney characters or the Muppets, who spent years trying to perfect their designs, you can start to tell why. First off, the eyes. They're the most expressive part of the face, so either making them very large and complex or smaller and simpler can make a big difference. Barney's eyes are both big in the wrong way and small in the wrong way. The actual size of his eyes are tiny, but not simple enough to leave a gentle impact. Yet his pupils are huge and literally glassy, always looking dead, stoned, or possessed by Yoshi Satan. On top of that, his weird-ass teeth. Again, Disney and the Muppets rarely incorporated that much dental unless they wanted them to look intentionally weird. You probably noticed a big smile with a lot of teeth often comes across as domineering or even a little scary. Heck, just look at this asshole. And not making them sharp, if anything, kinda makes it even more creepy. Remember when Sonic had normal looking teeth? Remember when sharks were photoshopped with normal teeth? It didn't help anything, it just made shit scarier. So before Barney even says a word, you're already put off by him. But books and covers and all that, maybe his personality has more charm than I remember.
Towel, please.
Well, Barney bathing naked in front of little kids is certainly a good start.
Real dinosaurs don't laugh. 'Cause there aren't any real dinosaurs anymore.
Oh.
You know, maybe that's another big factor. I mean, that kid just insulted Barney, and all he did was laugh. Which for some characters could work, but for Barney, you know he's just gonna be happy, and that's it. And believe it or not, even for little kids, that's not very relatable. Think about why other children's icons stayed with you, because they showed they were more than one emotion. Mr. Rogers could talk about sad things like death, depression, difficult emotions.
What does assassination mean?
Big Bird could feel awful when he finds out he's never gonna see someone ever again.
When people die, they don't come back.
Ever? It's not just one emotion a great children's character can express. It's a gamut of emotions that all kids feel.
To understand those feelings and to better respond to them is what I feel is a most important task in our world.
Barney would never feel sad or angry or confused. He was just happy all the time, which after a while comes across as phony and even kind of shallow. And don't get me wrong, I know it's weird to analyze something meant for like little kids, but part of this analysis is figuring out why everyone else hated him so much. Part of that may be because we remember relating to other kids' media because it taught us how emotions and conflict work as well as numbers and letters. And all they had to do was simply have more than one emotion. Imagine Barney having any other emotion other than happy. It would be crazy because neither his physical nor emotional design support it. He couldn't have the conversations they had on Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers because there was so little to him. Imagine if they did, it'd just turn out insane.
Hey kids, what does assassination mean? Is that when someone gets killed in a surprise way? That's what happened, you know. That man killed that other man.
I can't even keep going, it's just too uncomfortable to process. Yet Daniel Tiger, a sock puppet, does it, and it feels more genuine because he isn't obnoxiously happy all the time. Kids can process their emotions as well as information without even knowing they're doing it. And Barney flat out rejects that. All of that, in my opinion, is why he gets on so many people's nerves. Wow, that's impressive. Only a minute of him being on screen and I've figured out why he's such a pain in the ass to everyone. Well, I guess I don't need to finish the rest of the movie and—
Wait, you still have an hour of movie to cover.
But I just found out why you were so annoying. And surprisingly, knowing that doesn't make you any easier to watch.
Come on, don't make me quote other serious subjects that shows better than me covered.
Oh, come on, it can't be that awkward.
You mean Mr. Hooper died and he's never coming back? Ever? Why not? Why won't he ever come back?
Okay, God! Your lack of emotional diversity is terrifying!
Oh, good.
I weep for you.
Good, because I can't. Kill me.
Imagine
So Barney sings a song about imagination while being happy, whimsical, shoving those who deny him. Well, that was awkwardly staged. I hear less Barney and more of the guy inside the suit saying, I can't see shit! Push me towards something soft before I break my friggin' spine! My friggin' spine!
With me everywhere I go.
Take this, punk. I'll show you what happens to those who leave my cult. Where's my impaling pitchfork?
My imagination? And you're about to disappear.
Cody tries imagining Barney a way to make him disappear. Forget it, kid. We've been trying that for years.
Barney the dinosaur is not in this barn.
Ah! George Lucas took over directing. Wait, that can't be. Barney is actually there. Cody tries telling his grandparents that there's a dinosaur in their barn, and weird surprise, they don't believe him.
He's very big.
Oh, sure, he's big now, but you just wait. These fads come and go.
That's the first word of comfort I can relate to in this movie.
Cody, I first met your grandmother when I was about your age. Keep the love light glowing in your...
A dinosaur in the barn? That sounds silly. A fully orchestrated song on the porch out of nowhere? That's cold hard reality.
It's beautiful.
Oh, look, he fell! By accident.
Sorry.
Sure you are.
I don't have you marked for death until Tuesday.
Ralph, a little guitar music, please.
I find that highly suspect. Ralph has no guitar pick.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Wait a minute, is this the same melody for ABC? Barney's music is a lie! Actually, it is. Fun reading, Google it.
Come on, Barney, we're gonna go play in the attic. We're pretending it's a castle. I'm gonna be the princess.
I'm gonna be the knight.
The torture chamber sounds most apropos. Cody doesn't want to make believe though, so Barney suggests that he wishes upon a star.
I wish I could have a real adventure this summer. Do things that no one else has done before. That would be cool.
Careful what you wish for. I make no promises, that's my last JP3 joke.
How's that for a wish, Barney? Barney?
Sleep with one eye open, Cody.
The falling star lands in the barn, which turns out to be an egg. The next morning, Cody dresses for a Disney afternoon commercial, but is shocked to discover not only that Barney is still around, but the film is not above a poop joke. God, this is a Lucas movie.
Aw, man, Piosa.
Downside to having an orchestra play Old MacDonald, it can make a C sound like an F sometimes. Barney's Great Brothel was an unpopular working title, but they still managed to keep those lyrics in. They find the egg in the barn and try to figure out where it came from.
It's too big to come from the chickens.
Maybe it was a big giant chicken.
Even Barney had to look like...
Bitch, you for real? Shut up.
They go to ask the grandparents if they know what it is, and oh god, he procreates!
Oh, hello. My name is Baby Bop.
I'm shedding, as you can see from this green falling off me. Fools, this isn't even my final form.
And I'm looking for my blankie. Do you know where my blankie is?
It's wherever the script is, I'm sure. So the kids tell the grandparents about the egg. The grandparents say a bird lady down the way might know what kind of egg it is, so they decide to go there. Forgiveness, we seem to have entered Edward Scissorhands' Jurassic Flick Park.
Barney? 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 Barney?
Don't worry, one of many friendly bears is ripping my insides out. I'm so happy I can and will die.
Whoa, this bird lady has a wicked stash! No wonder everyone's happy all the time if they have these secondhand smells next door.
People from all over the world send her birds that are sick.
And once I help them get well, most of them want to stay.
Some call it kidnapping, I call it relocating their souls. Jesus, if Pee Wee Herman had a birdhouse, it'd be a conservative church compared to this.
This is my library.
Forgive me, I pulled a muscle and now my face is stuck like this. Oh, what a fresh nightmare my future will be.
Well, if we want to find out, we've surely come to the right
Call the
place,
police!
haven't
She
we?
touches me in wrong places!
And we wonder what's inside it.
They sing a song about hatching the egg, and apparently the movie's so bored they count reading as a musical number. Using your imagination, kids, you can imagine this being more entertaining. What does this thing have to do with studying birds? The egg adds a different color stripe as they can't figure out what kind of animal could be inside. Thank God film was used to capture that. They find a book that has a picture of the egg on the cover, and it says there's a dream maker inside.
Every 1,000 years or so, an egg falls from the skies. For boys and girls around the world, for children everywhere.
Science. They say when the egg's rings all light up, it has to be back to where it landed in order for it to hatch. But Cody accidentally knocks it on the birdseed truck and it drives off with it. Barney, this is serious. Stop smiling.
I think I have an idea.
Oh, great!
The birdseed deliverer drives off while making an ice cream shake with a machine built into his truck. I am way too okay with this thing existing in most vehicles. While doing that, though, he accidentally drives into the Apple Festival parade with Barney following. How the hell did that happen? I've seen actual square peg fit into round holes easier than what you did there.
Hey, Barney, long time no see.
Hey, good to see you. Oh, my.
Guess you have to know the Barney mythos in order to follow that. They find the egg in the middle of the parade, which thank God is positioned in the middle of a bizarrely egg-needing song number. Seriously, that egg must have showed up to rehearsals. The egg gets launched and is caught by a character named BJ. Well, he's gonna have a lot of fun in school.
BJ, yeah!
It gets lost again, though, and they follow it into a restaurant.
There it is! Let's go get it!
We have a strict no Kraft macaroni and cheese mascots in this establishment.
If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops.
Barney creates a distraction so they can go looking for the egg without anyone noticing. And as you can see, it's working great.
So what a rain that would be.
That dude's looking like... I had no idea purple dinosaurs were my fetish. My life is made and destroyed at the same time. Hey kids, still learning to read? Have fun with this.
Du fond du cœur, vous étiez mauvais magnifique. Oh, trop aimable, monsieur. Tous les plaisirs.
Barney knows French. Why is that the weirdest thing to me in this movie? The restaurant tells them that they sent the egg to the circus as they assumed it was a joke from them. You know circuses sending eggs to random restaurants. Barney says it's a thing! They lose the egg at the circus and hide inside during a storm. And just in time, as it appears the editor is so anxious to end the stinker, he starts cutting off Barney's dialogue.
When the rain stops, we can look around some more, and then maybe we can find it.
We already looked around.
Yeah, that wasn't me. It was edited that way.
And then maybe we can find it.
We already looked around.
Maybe the director pulled out his vocal cords when he discovered he runs a tantric sex business on the side.
You don't even want to find it.
No, don't play the rest of that clip. We're gonna address this. The actual actor of Barney runs a tantric sex business. You are every flavor of welcome for that. And just in case you thought Barney couldn't pull off serious moments, here's proof that you're right. Not since Citizen Kane said Rosebud and walked quietly down an endless abyss of mirrors, with only himself staring back, has a moment of silent reflection been so beautifully captured. Or it just looks like an awkward smiling Chuck E. Cheese performer lost outside the arcade.
We'll solve the situation with our imagination. We're gonna find a way. We're a super D.
Even the kids are done with this shit. Just run Clifford the dog and we'll call it a day. Because the kids are sheep, they give in to the madness, but not before a little Barney R&B, though. Nailed that demographic. They go outside to continue looking for the egg, and wow, Barney should never be shot from that angle. Oh my god, this purple meth just kicked in, and you're looking like Willy Wonka painted over Jack Skellington, man! Meth, kids, meth!
Clear over that!
They're told the egg is by the incredibly timeless balloon effects as somebody is taking it up with them.
Now we're never going to get it back in time.
It's gonna take some imagination. Right, Barney?
I don't recall ever working that into my rhetoric.
Did you really say imagination?
Well, yeah, it's been kind of an unusual day, okay?
Cody's my spirit animal. They get on board a log and try to pretend it's a plane.
I think we need your help. I'd like you to pretend that we can really fly.
Nope. No, of course they start flying because this movie's rigged and they try to make it to the balloon with the egg.
Oh, look out! That's balloon. Excuse us!
Yeah, can you imagine a higher effects budget when you get a chance? Elf Bowling is looking like Frozen 2 compared to this. They come across the guy who has it, and let's see if his accent is just as subtle as his mugging.
See, I travel all over the world collecting things. This is the most beautiful egg I've ever seen.
Subtler. They catch the egg and fly back home where the grandparents see them playing.
I'd like you to meet a friend of ours, Barney the dinosaur.
Hey! Hey!
Stand back! I saw this guy on To Catch a Predator! Someone let Chris Hansen out of jail and put this guy in his place!
Look out below!
BJ also joins the gang.
Hi, guys! Was that cool or what?
That's a hard what. The last ring lights up and they put the egg back in the farm where it hatches. Aw, it's so disappointing. Like the villain from Rainbow Bright made it with an Ewok, an impossible love meant to stay impossible.
He's trying to tell it to stay.
Twinkling.
What did you say? Twinking?
Twinkling.
Twinking.
Sounds like a Winnie the Pooh prostitute. We really shouldn't dictate its life choices early. It shows their dreams and visions because magic, I guess, as Cody reveals he was a doofus for not appreciating Barney earlier. No, don't give in to the dark side!
I was a big doofus before, and I think you're pretty cool.
Enough to accept years of school bullying for taking on this role. God, I hope this is a good paycheck. Twinkit flies away and apparently shows what Barney's dream is.
It's a special time, a special place, and sharing it all with the people I love.
Or he exploded. Maybe his lifespan was only a few minutes. I don't know. Dreams.
Of course they sing I love you, you love me as they enjoy being one big happy family with the parents nowhere in sight. The film even ends by making it clear no dinosaurs were harmed during the making of this film. No, thankfully they've been dead for millions of years before any real damage could befall them. Barney's great adventure is as stupid, annoying, and pointless as you would think. But for little kids, it's not doing any wrong. It has no charm, but it has no bad messages either. Apart from just believe hard enough and you can fly. Okay, that can easily be taken the wrong way, but I've yet to see any injuries from it. Barney won't last like many other great media for little children, but as fads go, there are worst ones. This one was just an easy target, and you can see why. Is it awful? No. Is it good? Hell no. It's just a waste of time for little kids to forget about shortly after. Is it better to show them something with more emotional connections as much as informational connections? Absolutely. But I can't see this doing anyone any harm, just getting on people's nerves. A cinematic misdemeanor in my book, but still an annoying one, to say the least. Maybe Barney would have turned out better if he actually had a good sense of humor. And the dinosaur could use help too.
He's a nostalgia critic, and he's going to remember that.
Love you, Dad!
Here, and a cluck, cluck there. Here, a cluck, there, cluck, everywhere, cluck, cluck.